So what I'm going to be doing is, to start off, I'm going to be doing sports news. I'm going to be going over the dates of games, what happens in them. I'm going to be going over who wins. I'm possibly going to be interviewing the players and the spectators to see what the game was like and what happened. To just let people know, the 28th is the first game for any sport, and I asked Coach Bradley when strength and agility would begin, and she said that it would begin in September. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing for sports news in the coming weeks. Campus news. Mr. Ashton is allowing his students to create their own seating charts for their own classes. This seems to be messing a lot of things up. People aren't incredibly happy with it. Mr. Bodner and other teachers might be involved in this, as is kind of shown by the fact that he's sitting us next to people we don't want to be sat by. People at most parts are at odds about this. I interviewed a few people, and people were saying that either they like it because they like who they sit next to, or they don't like it because there's people who sit next to each other that just aren't good next to each other. They cause a distraction. So we'll see what comes of that. My class particularly hasn't gotten a new seating chart. Mr. Ashton's just trying to sit us next to people we don't want to sit by, which is fantastic. Out at the courtyard during lunch, Sir Mayor is teaching a self-defense class in the courtyard outside of the teacher's office. Now, this seems to be more of a joke, but to Sarah, this is not a joke. This is legit, and she asked me to promote this, so I'm promoting it for her right now. If you're curious about these classes, talk to Sarah Mayer. Obviously, lunch outside of the teacher's office, that's where she's doing it. That's all I have to say about that. I interviewed Dr. Rodriguez about news that's going on this week or next week, to which he replied and told me that I am totally annoying in class. And I honestly totally understand this because I truthfully am. And he's just awesome because of this. I asked him when the concert is going to be for the recorders. He said it's going to be October 20th, which is pretty cool to know. I should have asked him about who's playing like the tenor and alto recorders, but I forgot to. Also, when band is doing their stuff. I really should ask that. In the coming weeks, I'll make sure to get that under control. There seems to be some sort of odd sickness going around the school that's making people go out for one day and then come back the next day fine. And it's totally weird because I don't understand why people are going out for one day at a time and then coming back like the day after. It doesn't really make any sense to me, but it's happening and it's news. So I'm reporting on that. If you have any information about it, because I actually haven't gotten to interview many people about it, just talk to me, let me know. Also, if you have any drama in general or news, just let me know so I have more to report on. It says here in my script, Mr. Ashton and Mr. Tope are still going at it from last year's pie incident when they smacked each other in the face with pies. It was great. Now it appears to be escalating as Mr. Tope is now offering Mr. Ashton donuts. People are very suspicious about this. And my honest hopes is that Mr. Tope doesn't start like stealing the coffee from Mr. Ashton's room, because that could be bad. Like, we do not want to see that. That would be totally scary. If you want to interview me, well, actually, okay. So in other news, okay, if you want to interview me, you want to talk, you want to tell me some news that I could report on, so make these videos longer. Because now that I'm saying this, I'm realizing that I could have asked Dr. Rodriguez more things about the concert and stuff. But if you want to interview me, just talk to me outside at lunch. I'm going to be outside of the teacher's lounge where Sir is doing her self-defense classes, so you can talk to me there. That's about it. That's all I have on the script, it appears. So yeah, have a good rest of your day, night, whatever. And yeah, see ya.